What does it really take to survive when the journey doesn't end in days, but in months? When food runs low, conditions worsen, and every step forward feels heavier than the last. History gives us a powerful case study in endurance and survival. The Long March, one of the most grueling strategic retreats ever undertaken. But this isn't just a story about movement. It's a story about survival under extreme pressure, where adaptability, discipline and resilience meant the difference between making it through or falling behind. Today, we're breaking down the lessons from Long March survival. Not as history alone, but as practical insights you can apply to your own preparedness, mindset and real-world challenges. The reality of the Long March. The Long March wasn't a single battle. It was a prolonged movement across thousands of kilometers, through mountains, swamps, rivers, harsh weather. Supplies were limited. Conditions were unpredictable. Danger was constant. And yet, those who survived weren't just lucky. They followed principles, many of which still apply today. Lesson 1. Survival is a marathon, not a sprint. One of the biggest mistakes people make in tough situations is going too hard, too fast. They burn energy early, they push without pacing, and eventually they crash. The Long March teaches us something critical. You must manage your energy for the long haul. This means moving at a sustainable pace, conserving strength, avoiding unnecessary effort. Survival isn't about speed, it's about consistency. Lesson 2. Discipline beats motivation. You know, motivation fades, especially when conditions get tough. Cold, hunger, fatigue. These wear down even the strongest mindset. What kept people moving during the Long March wasn't motivation. It was discipline. The ability to keep going when you don't feel like it, to follow structure even when tired, to stick to routines under pressure. Discipline creates stability. And stability, well, that keeps you moving forward. Lesson 3. Adapt to changing conditions. No 2 days were the same. Terrain changed, weather shifted, supplies fluctuated. Rigid plans didn't work. Those who survived adapted constantly, changing routes, adjusting pace, modifying strategies. Adaptability wasn't optional, it was essential. And this applies directly today. If your plan stops working, you must adjust. Lesson 4. Resource management is everything. Limited supplies force smart decisions. During the Long March, food had to be rationed, equipment had to be preserved, and waste had to be minimized. Every resource mattered. Today, this translates to managing food and water carefully, maintaining your gear, and avoiding unnecessary use of supplies. The less you waste, the longer you last. Lesson 5. Mental strength is critical. You see, physical strength gets you started, but mental strength keeps you going. Long journeys, they test your patience, your focus, and, oh yes, your willpower. Fatigue sets in, and doubt, well, it creeps in too. This is where mental resilience matters most. Survivors learn to focus on the next step, not the entire journey. They learned to stay present and control negative thinking. Mental strength is what carries you when your body feels done. Lesson 6. The power of small wins. When the journey is long, the end can feel, well, overwhelming. That's why breaking things down matters. Instead of thinking, I have thousands of kilometers left, think, I need to reach that next point. Small wins build momentum. They create progress, even when the bigger goal feels distant. Lesson 7. Teamwork increases survival. No one survives long journeys alone. The Long March showed the importance of cooperation, shared resources and mutual support. People helped each other carry loads, share food and stay motivated. Even today, having trusted people around you increases efficiency, reduces stress and improves safety. Survival is stronger when shared. Lesson 8. Travel light, but smart. Carrying too much, well, it slows you down. Carrying too little, on the other hand, leaves you unprepared. The key, really, is balance. During those long movements, survivors prioritized essential items, multi-use tools, and lightweight gear. Everything had a purpose. Nothing was wasted. This applies today, so ask yourself, do I need this? Does it serve multiple functions? Efficiency in the end is key. Lesson 9. Know when to push and when to rest. Rest, you see, is not weakness, it's strategy. Without rest, fatigue builds, decision-making declines, and risk, well, it increases. The Long March required careful balance. Move when necessary, rest when possible. Pushing non-stop only leads to collapse. Smart pacing, though, leads to survival. Lesson 10. Terrain awareness matters. The environment really determines your movement. Survivors had to navigate difficult terrain, natural obstacles and changing landscapes. Understanding terrain allowed them to choose better routes, avoid unnecessary risk, and conserve energy. Even today, awareness of your surroundings gives you an advantage. It helps you make smarter decisions. Lesson 11. Flexibility in leadership and decision-making. You know, rigid leadership just fails under pressure. Effective leadership, on the other hand, adapts. During the Long March, decisions had to change quickly based on new information, changing conditions, and immediate threats. Flexibility allowed survival. In your own life, this means being open to change, adjusting your approach, and listening to feedback. Adaptability, well, it applies to leadership too. Lesson 12. Morale matters more than you think. Morale really affects performance. Low morale leads to slower movement, poor decisions, and increased risk. High morale, though, keeps people going. Even in harsh conditions, maintaining hope, purpose, and direction makes a difference. Morale is a force multiplier. Lesson 13. Preparation before movement. Preparation determines outcome. Those who were better prepared managed resources better, adapted faster, and handled challenges more effectively. Preparation includes planning, training, and mental readiness. The more prepared you are, the less you struggle. Lesson 14. Accept hardship. Harsh conditions are, well, simply part of the process. Fighting reality honestly just wastes energy. Survivors accepted discomfort, difficulty, and uncertainty. That acceptance allowed them to focus on solutions. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening?" they asked, "What do I do next?" Lesson 15. Keep moving forward. Perhaps the most important lesson is, don't stop. Even slow progress, believe it or not, is still progress. Stopping for too long can lead to loss of momentum, increased risk, and reduced morale. Movement really does keep you in the game. Even small steps, they matter. Lesson 16. Learn as you go. Every day brings new challenges, doesn't it? Survivors learned in real time what worked, what didn't, and what needed to change. This constant learning, well, it improved their chances. You can apply this by staying observant, adjusting based on experience, and improving continuously. Adaptation, after all, is ongoing. Lesson 17. Focus on what you can control. In difficult journeys, many factors are simply out of your control. Weather, terrain, external threats. Focusing on these only creates frustration. Survivors focused on their actions, their effort, and their decisions. Control what you can and move forward. Bringing it all together. Let's just simplify the key lessons. Pace yourself for the long journey. Build discipline over motivation. Adapt constantly. Manage resources carefully. Strengthen your mind. Focus on small wins. Work with others. Travel efficiently. Balance movement and rest. Stay aware of your environment. Remain flexible. Maintain morale. Prepare ahead. Accept hardship. Keep moving. Learn continuously and control what you can. These are the principles that allowed survival under extreme conditions. Now, a few final thoughts. The Long March wasn't just a test of endurance, it was a test of adaptability, discipline, and resilience. And those same qualities, well, they matter today. Life will challenge you. Plans will change. Conditions will shift. But if you can stay disciplined, adapt quickly, and keep moving forward, you give yourself a powerful advantage. Because survival, whether in extreme situations or everyday life, is not about avoiding difficulty. It's about handling it. And the men who understand that are the ones who make it through. If you value practical survival lessons and real-world thinking drawn from history, make sure to subscribe and share this video with someone who understands that sometimes the hardest journeys teach the most important lessons.